Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, give you one guess. We're not going to tell you where we are. You have to guess. So we want some guesses in the section. Now, some of you will know because you'll recognize our attire.
Yeah.
And we're not at the Taj Mahal. I can tell you that for sure. So anyway, we're in a very famous place, and it's beautiful. Behind us is what's behind us?
Well, you tell them, I thought.
Well, okay, you can see kind of what's behind us. And in front of us is just this beautiful view, which we're going to show you. She's going to edit in a shot of the view that way. And my wife's feeling very conscientious.
I was feeling self-conscious enough, and then he goes and puts his hat on.
It's not my hat, it's a turban.
I mean, you have no idea. Everyone's looking at us.
Everyone's not looking at us because everyone's busy looking at themselves. People sitting under trees, people eating ice cream.
All right, let's read very quickly.
Dances in the street.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Canto 3, Chapter 26, Text 54, chapters entitled Fundamental Principles of Material Nature.
It's text 53, by the way.
Text 53. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Virat Purusha, situated himself in that golden egg which was lying on the water and divided it into many departments. Text 54. First of all, a mouth appeared in him, and then came forth the organ of speech, and with it the god of fire, the deity who presides over that organ. Then a pair of nostrils appeared, and in them appeared the olfactory sense, as well as prana, the vital air. Purport. With the manifestation of speech, fire also became manifested, and with the manifestation of nostrils, the vital air, the breathing process, and the sense of smell also became manifested.
The just don't make sense.
Any thoughts?
No.
Yeah, somehow. Excuse me. Whew. My first thought is that all these different elements and the sense organs and the different things like that, they don't they don't match up compared to what we were reading, but we'll see how it unfolds. God, all of a sudden allergies are kicking off. Okay, text number 55. In the wake of the now it's like a tornado happening. In the wake of the olfactory sense came the wind god. Look at that, amazing. Who presides over that sense. Thereafter, a pair of eyes appeared in the universal form, and in them the sense of sight. In the wake of this sense came the sun god who presides over it. Next there appeared in him a pair of ears, and in them the auditory sense, and in its wake the devatas, or the deities who preside over the directions. Purport. The appearance of different bodily parts of the Lord's universal form and the appearance of the presiding deities of those bodily parts is being described. As in the womb of a mother, a child gradually grows different bodily parts. So in the universal womb, the universal form of the Lord gives rise to the creation of various paraphernalia. The senses appear, and over each of them there is a presiding deity. It is corroborated by this statement in Srimad Bhagavatam and also in the Brahma Samhita that the sun appeared after the appearance of the eyes of the universal form of the Lord. The sun is dependent on the eyes of the universal form. I think it's interesting, as we keep talking about these different elements, then the different elements manifest, don't they? We said wind god, and the wind was blowing like anything. Then we said the sun came out. It's amazing.
I'm so embarrassed. There's a dog coming. He's even shocked.
I have to be honest, nobody is really even looking or caring.
Everyone is.
She's so conscientious.
But
The sun is
everyone-
dependent on the eyes of the universal form. The Brahma Samhita also says that the sun is the eye of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Oh. Yach chakshur esha savita. Savita means the sun. The sun is the eye of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Actually, everything is created by the universal body of the Supreme Godhead. Material nature is simply the supplier of materials. The creation is actually done by the Supreme Lord as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 9:10. Mayadhyakshena prakrite suyate saracharanam sacharacharam. Under my direction does material nature create all moving and non-moving objects in the cosmic creation. Wonderful. So it's nice. So when you see the sun, as we're seeing now, you can remember that the sun is the eye of the Lord. And from when the eyes of the Lord were created, then came sight. So like this, we can always remember the Lord in His different manifestations. This is the idea of the universal form, as we were discussing yesterday with Prem Sankirtan Prabhu, Radhika Priya, and their wonderful family. So like that. That way we can always remember the Lord. Thoughts?
No. Text 56. Then the universal form of the Lord, the Virat Purusha, manifested his skin, and thereupon the hair, moustache, and beard appeared. After this, all the herbs and drugs became manifested, and then his genitals also appeared. So the skin is
Could
the
you
sight.
say that louder? I don't think people heard.
The skin is the sight of the. As if we're not like looking like freaks as it is, and then
We're
we start
not looking like
reading about the
freaks.
genitals of the Lord and that. It's
I'm
like.
sorry. I don't feel like I look like a
Actually,
freak.
we don't look like. We look quite dapper.
I think so
Except
as
for
well.
your hat.
No, that's culture.
The skin is the site of the touch sensation. The demigods, also who control the production of herbs and medicinal drugs, are the deities presiding over the tactile sense.
Any thoughts?
No, I think it's self-explanatory.
Okay. Text 57. Get ready for an embarrassing read. After this, semen, the faculty of procreation, and the god who presides over the waters appeared. Next appeared an anus, and then the organs of defecation, and thereupon the god of death, who is feared throughout the universe. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. It is understood herewith that the faculty to discharge semen is the cause of death. Therefore, yogis and transcendentalists who want to live for greater spans of life voluntarily restrain themselves from discharging semen. The more one can restrain the discharge of semen, the more one can be aloof from the problem of death. There are many yogis living up to 300 or 700 years by this process, and in the Bhagavatam it is clearly stated that discharging semen is the cause of horrible death. The more one is addicted to sexual enjoyment, the more susceptible he is to a quick death. Interesting. So there's real danger of sex life, having a quick death, and I suppose that means an early death. I don't necessarily know if it means like quick, like, you know, bang, you're dead like this, or if it means more like, you know, an early death. As a, you know, in one sense, quick death may be something that's wanted, right? Some people may want to, instead of having prolonged death where you suffer slowly dying from some illness and disease, rotting away, you know, that you actually like better, boom, you know, hit by a truck and it's all
Well,
over.
you want to say your goodbyes.
Maybe.
Not to everyone, but some people.
Maybe. But anyway, so, but I think it means an early death.
Look, now she's looking. There's some little girl that's just come by looking at her. Don't wave it straight.
Why?
Girl.
She's like a 2-year-old girl, 3-year-old. Anyway, she had a T-shirt on that said Kong Martial Arts, so she obviously karate chopped me to death. So anyway,
we see that also with like celebrities and those who do a lot of excess enjoyment of extracurricular activities, and then they sort of die young-ish, you know.
Like, would you like to give any examples?
Yeah, River Phoenix.
River Phoenix, okay.
What's the other one? Oh God, I can't remember. I had these posters on my wall.
So it was a random statement back up.
No, it weren't. Oh God, who's that one? No. Oh man, how can I forget?
So what? It was you're saying it was kind of inadvertently, or it was directly? It was clearly directly because they were censored.
Well, I don't know if it was directly. I'm just there. I'm saying, they were living life fully. Put it that way. And these people, don't die. They don't go into old age, you know.
Yeah, but there are plenty of people who are heavy sense gratifiers and live to old age. I give you at least one example.
Hefner.
Exactly. I was exactly going to say that. Who? Rupert.
Oh, Rupert.
Oh yeah. So, anyway, there's a lot of people who are like full-blown sense gratifiers, and they live till.
All right.
So it doesn't. I wouldn't say it always kind of exactly correlates.
So you're contradicting what Prabhupada's saying in the pulpit.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. I mean, I don't think these are necessarily 100% absolute statements. They're just general tendencies, which it is true. Now, I mean, the point being here that what we see, and Prabhupada's speaking from a place that we see yogis who restrain themselves and who follow strict brahmacharya, says they can live for like 300 to 700 years. So that's like an extreme case. Maybe in the background you can see this big plane flying across. Maybe not. So it's I mean, I think the point is
see your big hat though.
Maybe the plane will land on my big hat.
Exactly.
So, but the thing is that we can see that one's health, mental, physical, probably intellectual, all of these things can be correlated and related to semen retention. There's a book what's his name? I can't remember his name.
But what's the point?
Anyway, the book is called Brain Drain, and the whole book is just about the benefits of brahmachari life, the benefits of specifically retention, and in that sense, he explains, he gives so many examples of personalities, like recognized, notable, famous personalities who did it, and scientific proof. It's called Brain Drain, and
but this is very rare as well.
Danavir Goswami. That's
because a lot of people, they think, I'm single, I'm renunciant, brahmachari, but they enjoy in other ways, subtle ways. So it's not just that I am not associating with a woman and therefore I'm acting in a certain way and saving certain parts of me, but subtly they do still associate and enjoy. So in this day and age, it's very, Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj is an extreme example of someone who's a very good renunciant.
Oh, okay. You know him personally, I guess, right?
No, I'm
said it with such conviction that he's a good renunciant. That one, I know him. He come round my house and everything.
I'll throw that over there. I'm throwing the river Can you take this reading seriously with that hat on?
It's just talking to all of you, because I'm taking it totally seriously.
I'm not.
Well, that's your stuff, not mine. And it's certainly not all our viewers out there.
Right.
All 16,108 million.
Hello. Even the kids are scared and looking
They're
at
not scared. They're attracted. They think, oh, it's an Indian Swami. It's an Indian Swami.
With his princess, Indian princess.
I don't think they thought that, but yeah. And he's on a magic carpet, he is. All right, let's read the next one. Move along, moving right along.
It's you.
Oh, I thought
Grinning at everyone.
No, it's not, because I just read all about semen retention.
Oh, I do apologise.
It's you. So it's you, mate. It's you. Because
Right.
you're all confusing everything.
6:58.
I'm a little bit of a domestic here.
Thereafter, the two hands of the universal form of the Lord became manifested, and with them the power of grasping and dropping things, and after that Lord Indra appeared. Next, the legs became manifested, and with them the process of movement, and after that Lord Vishnu appeared. Purport. The deity presiding over the hands is Indra.
Ooh, Indra.
And the,
Feel that breeze.
and the presiding deity of movement is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu. Vishnu appeared on the appearance of the legs of the Virat Purusha.
Interesting.
So Vishnu appears when movement, progress is required, not stagnation. Is it stagnation?
Stagnation.
No, it's not. It's not
It is
stagnation.
Yes, if something is stagnating or is subjected to
Stagnation.
stagnating, then it's stagnation.
Is it?
It's not stagnation.
I didn't say stagnation. Is that it?
No, it's not. It's
I'm
stagnation.
sure Dawn Nicholson will correct.
You guys write it in the comments.
If you're
This is
watching
like
Dawn Nicholson, you
the
can
most
correct us.
bizarre reading we've ever done.
It's
Stagnation.
It's surreal, isn't it?
It's stagnation. Thank you.
Stagnation.
I barely made it out of high school. I gotta say that. I barely made it out of high school and everything.
Right, next verse.
Yes, ma'am.
Last one.
Last one. Oh, okay. Is everyone ready? You don't want this one to end, do you? I bet
Yes,
you're
we
watching
do.
bated breath, thinking, no, my kid almost ran right over.
All right. Kids for you, did it?
Yeah. Text 59. Text
Looking at
59.
that now.
That's all right.
It's going to come
It's 'cause
over
they
and
like
do
me, yeah.
something.
The veins of the universal body became manifested, and thereafter the red corpuscles, or blood, and their wake came the rivers, the deities presiding over the veins, and then appeared an abdomen. So this is really interesting the way it's describing now. And see, for me, it's like, it's hard to take all this in. Obviously, sitting out here, I just want to sit with the book and go through what we read before, write it out, and like some, draw a diagram, and then like, okay, this is how it manifests. But we can see the different parts now of this, of the body of the Virat Purusha is manifesting inside the universal leg. Purport. Blood veins are compared to rivers. When the veins were manifested in the universal form, the rivers in the various planets were also manifested. The controlling deity of the rivers is also the controlling deity of the nervous system.
I think this woman's taking a picture of us.
Who?
She's trying to style it out.
That's okay. Let her do what
There's
she
a
needs to
woman
do.
trying to take a picture of
The
us.
controlling deity of the rivers is also the controlling deity of the nervous system. In Ayurvedic treatment, those who are suffering from the disease of nervous instability are recommended to take a bath by dipping into a flowing river. So there you go. If you're a bit nervous, maybe you should go bathe in a flowing river.
All right, because Thames is just over this.
That's right. Maybe we can go throw you in it.
All right, on that note.
From the disease of nervous instability are recommended to take a bath and by dipping into a flowing river. So actually that's what a lot of people in India do. I mean, that's generally how you take bath, right? You actually go to the Ganga, the Jamuna, Godavari, Saraswati, not really because Saraswati's not there anymore, and you would just, you go and take a dunk, a dip, literally a dip in the river. And it has a positive effect. So on that note, I think my wife is eager that we stop and conclude. Any closing words you'd like to say?
Thank you everyone for your continued support in watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Click like, share,
Please
comment.
subscribe. Yeah, it makes a difference for us actually. And if you share.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I think that's it. We've had our little giggle now. See y'all later. Thank you very much. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.